I think they're good. They're good already. Look at that side right there. It's smoking. It's surviving.
I was just about to say, yo, come on. Have some rest. Just watch this step right here. Nice.
Watch the height! Watch the height! Don't want no picture.
Yo, we just said,
Yo, what's up, wee man? Turner. No, this is the news from real late last night. I didn't want to stay up all night. So we covered some of it, but now there's new footage out. So I'm showing the footage now from the Bronx apartment complex fire or whatever. They're saying it was a natural gas leak. So we don't know yet, but let's finish watching this real quick.
Oh my God!
Kind of looks like a building that was under construction. That's why they had scaffolding all around and stuff. And maybe this was something that happened during construction and they didn't know it or something. Whatever it was, it blew the bricks right out of the. I don't know if you can see that. Blew the bricks right out from the wall. Them are actually studs that you're looking at. Wow.
I'm not really a cupcake, but I am super baked thanks to Mood Can.
Mood is third-party tested.
Cut the shower on!
They need to get some cold water flowing in there. But I don't know smoking that smoke.
It looks like he's got bars over the windows. He's sticking his hand through the bars or something. Is it that bad there where they got metal bars on the inside so people don't break in? Is that like some kind of a prison or something?
I'm trying to put it out though.
I know what they are now. They're to keep from. They're to keep people from jumping out the windows. So they're on the inside of the window, supposedly, what it looks like, maybe. To keep people from trying to commit suicide or whatever on the top floor. My question was the building up to code with fire? Did it have sprinklers and stuff like that?
Rescue to answer command. Sky Rescue 10. For clarification, the 3 victims were sheltering in place are in 17 Charlie. C is in Charlie.
Okay, so can I ask you your name?
David Capital.
David, can you tell me what you heard, what you saw tonight, like what like leading up?
I remember being on my bed and there was an explosion, really loud, and I was getting a lot of calls from a bunch of people that I knew saying that there was a gas leak and that there was an explosion in the building. Somebody that I knew, her name was Cynthia, and I think she got out, but it's really bad because it's also it's the workers that they put here that don't do the proper jobs, and it leads to things like this happening. They do faulty jobs and they rush, and then when accidents like these happen, they like to blame the people or they like to blame it on gas leaks from leaving the stuff.
So the place was under construction or they were doing stuff. And this dude is saying that it was a gas leak or something, explosion, but there was workers that were working there that are not doing the jobs properly or whatever. We'll have to find out after the investigation is done. Was there a sprinkler system though? Were they up to code with that?
On, when in reality it was the people that didn't do their jobs properly. They are the ones who do the management here, the electrical, and everything else in between. It's really horrible how things like this can happen and how there's still people up there currently just struggling to get out. It's really horrible, and I don't wish that on anybody.
Right. And you live right at me, but how long have these repairs been going on around the whole development?
For months, years. It's been going on for so long, and I feel like they should have done it a long time ago.
Right.
And it could have prevented a lot of things from happening. Okay. They should have done the construction months ago, years ago even, but they kept pushing it back. I think what really pushed them to start doing the renovations more soon was because of Mondani's new policies.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Okay. And so can you just back to that quick moment when you felt that? When you felt that explosion, can you give me a little bit more detail? Like, did you feel your building rock?
My whole building shook. The whole building, from basically, since I live on the 9th floor, the whole building shook. And it's a whole building over, so it was a really loud explosion. Everybody heard it.
Right. And your building is like basically across the street or across the way?
You could hear it from across the street. You could be all the way in probably the parking lot all the way over there, right, and you still heard it. You could hear everything.
God. And I mean, almost immediately, did you start hearing the fire engines and people screaming for help and stuff like that?
As soon as I got dressed, my mother was telling me like, hey, just go outside, go see if Cynthia was okay, the person I knew. Mm-hmm. Right. So I came outside and I kept looking, and there was a bunch of people screaming, help me. Mm-hmm. And hearing those cries and not knowing if the person that you know is in there, if they're okay or not, it's really. Like it's disturbing. It's really stressful.
Okay. And there was a guy just hanging out the window. Did you see that? Like,
yeah,
what?
I think he tried to drop his kid too.
God, yeah. So, the thing I just want to ask. I mean, like, you see all this, and what's going through your mind? Like,
This shit's horrible, bro. Even now, man, they still got flashlights up there. They should be helping them, and then they're not. It's bad. It's really bad.
all right, thank you.
All right. So there's somebody that is claiming that they ain't doing their jobs properly out there and they were being held up because of the new mayor or whatever, his policies. But now you got to get everybody out of that building because it's been compromised, the foundation and everything. If this dude is saying that the whole building was shaken and everything, then there's probably foundation problems, and you gotta remove all them people out of that building. I mean, I know they won't, but they should, because the structure now is compromised.
Okay. Alright, so can I ask your name?
My name is River Phoenix.
Okay. River, can you tell me what happened tonight? What you felt, what you saw?
Okay, so it was a gas leak that they said that was on the 15th floor, and the building is already raggedy. They're already using cheap materials, and they're building the apartments way too fast. They came upstairs, and it was a big boom. You could hear it in the first building. You could hear it in the second building. And right now they're just standing around. They're not doing anything. They're not doing it. The fire's still going. It's the first four floors on fire. All we felt was a big boom. That's what we heard. Shook the building. We came outside, whole building on fire.
And what floor are you on again? I'm sorry.
I'm on 14 in the same building. My floor is right up under them. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So when you continue to that moment when it all, the explosion, you felt it. What was that like?
I ain't even gonna lie, I thought I was tripping at first. I thought I was tripping. I thought the music was too loud. But then I started hearing help, and then somebody banged on the door and was like, "You need to go downstairs. The building just blew up." And I was like, "What?" So then I grabbed all my personal necessities, and I grabbed my purse, and I packed up, and I had to get up out of there. I had to get my baby up out of there. It's crazy, man.
Okay.
We all predicted this. Everybody predicted this in this neighborhood, that one of these buildings was going to blow up.
Can you tell me a bit about they were here earlier for gas?
Yes, it was a gas leak. It was a reported gas leak. And as you can see now, the people hanging out the building, we've been making reports about the building, about the gas leak, about the water leaks, and don't nothing change. And this is the result. This is the neglect.
Can you tell me about what you just saw a little bit earlier? There was a man hanging out the window?
Yes, it was a man. He was hanging his baby out the window, trying to get the baby oxygen. He tried to climb down, but we all was yelling for him not to do that because he's trying to climb on the scaffold, and that's just not safe. It's just not safe.
I mean, you're seeing this right now. You're taking all it in. Like, what are you feeling right now?
I just want those people to be safe. I hope they be safe.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Second.
Okay. So, ask you.
All right, that's a second witness that said the building is raggedy and they're trying to fix the building and the whole building shook. There's another witness saying that the whole building shook. Yeah. This is common with apartment complexes or whatever. They don't I hate to say it, they just don't keep up on maintenance and stuff like that. These things happen.
Can you tell me again from the beginning? Like, what did you hear? What happened?
They came to my house. My apartment is 15A. So that's where the problem was. So when they came,
we could smell the gas in my apartment. We could smell it on that floor. Okay. So they said, yes, it's a gas leak. So what they did, they cut the gas off and put the stove out. So they left. So they said everything would be all right. So we still heard something. So the girl said, no, it's the gas got to go out the apartment. Well, we had a baby woman. And when we said that, oh my God, the brick that started tumbling. Tumbling. Everybody said, get out. So everybody started running from on the 15th floor, and I just run downstairs with what I had on, and I came outside. That was it.
And so that tumbling was happening. You heard the...
Yeah, it was like the bricks. It was like the bricks falling. The bricks.
Okay. Did you feel a rock from the explosion?
Yeah, something like that. That's what it was. I think it's something like an explosion. Yeah.
So when you got outside, what did it look like?
No, when I got outside, I didn't even look back. I didn't see nothing. Everybody just coming outside. And then the fire department went in. I was like scared. You know, the whole building was going. Yeah.
And last time I asked you, want to give your name?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Let me know how you think out there, all right?
All right, there you go, folks. Explosion. No, they won't be moving here. There ain't no. I don't care if they send them there. Page Turner. I don't live there, and they're all booked up there. But you might. I don't care. You might want to send them there. I don't know. Go ahead. I don't live there. But anyways, there you go, folks. It's horrible what's going on. Like I said, a lot of these apartment complex people, they don't keep up on the maintenance and everything. And, they don't want to spend no money on the building, and they pocket all the money. Now, whether it was a government building and they were getting assistance, well, then that's the government's problem. You might want to be looking into the people that are working on the construction or whatever or whoever these people are that were taking care of the building or whatever. You might want to look at that too. I imagine the lawsuits will be coming, but you got to get them people out of that building, because if everyone is saying they lived below the fire and the whole place shook, it's probably compromised and stuff, and probably not safe for people to live there. But we all know, we all been in bad areas. I've even experienced it in Illinois and Chicago and stuff. Dilapidated buildings, but people still live in them. You got to have somewhere to live. So let me see what Debbie said. Debbie, good morning, Debbie. Didn't know you were live as usual. I just messaged you that I was live. I want to show that video that you just sent me, Debbie. You sent me that video from Josh or whoever that guy is. I think I subbed to his channel, but I'm going to do the next video I do is going to be on that video you sent me. Yeah, I think what they're thinking, Debbie, is somebody else was involved. That the authorities think that maybe there was a cleanup. And that's kind of crazy, but we'll get to that video next. Let me see. Yeah, remember I have always saw those two knew. Yeah, well, we all figured out. Like I said, we were way ahead of the game. We were way in front of everybody. If you go back and look at my videos, we were saying that from the get go. What was, no phone calls for 8 hours. Something was going on. But yeah, you're right there. And yeah, we'll do that video next. Now, this is horrible what happened out there in the Bronx because it's the middle of winter. It's ice cold. And I think they're supposed to be getting some kind of storm here next week or something on the East Coast. Whatever we're getting here is heading that way. So it should be there in a couple days. But the key thing will be was the building up to fire codes, sprinkler systems working? And they're going to have to check and see who these people were that were keeping the building maintenance and whoever was doing construction. They might have cracked some pipes or something. A lot of them buildings out there have cast iron pipes and stuff. 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old pipes that are bound to go. They don't want to spend the money to fix it, and they just let it go. I don't know. Now, the one guy said that the new mayor that is in place out there has policies. So were they not working on the building because of some new policy that was put in place or whatever? I'm starting to think sometimes the government don't know what they're doing. They're just in there to grab the money. Other than that, they have no clue what's going on. All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to say before we end this? I don't see any more footage on this. Did you see any more? I woke up this morning and this was just released. Three hours ago. Hold on, I'm looking to see if there's anything else. I don't see anything else. Oh, wait, here we go. This was released 6 hours ago, which I think we showed this. I'm not sure, Debbie. Let's check this out.
All right, guys, we're 1084. We got a gas explosion, 16th floor, multi-story high-rise, 1060 transmitted.
I don't think we've seen this one.
You want me to take it?
Carolina Company 27 10. 15, we stand 17 12 on the phone, still with the first structure.
Got people screaming. The elevators are out.
On one side, we also just got one on the person track. 5 4. Ladder 27. Ladder 27, you are transporting rescue transfer. Absolutely. Our extension 324. 38 to control, you can start water when you're ready. 10-4. Box ladder 4-2. The 4-2. 42 hits in front of really good zone. 3-8. We're just flaking out really quick to look at our charges. Roger, engine 324. Control to 38.
Looks like it's 17 or 18 stories.
Jimmy, just let me know where you guys are. Roger, engine 39.
No, it looks like at least the top 4 floors here, 5 floors, windows blown out or whatever. So yeah, you definitely got structure compromised. Possibly you'd have to check everything out. Now we don't know if the inside of this building is steel. We know this much. The outside wall was wood. Because on the other side of the building, you can see the bricks blown out and you can see the studs and the king studs holding the windows in. So, depending on whether the apartment complex was concrete floors and wood studs, I don't know, steel studs inside or something. I don't know if there's any steel in the building. But either way, if it shook, you got people that said they were on the 9th floor and there's 20 floors and their building was shaking, then yeah, you got to check for stuff.
It's coming now.
Who's running?
33 attention point.
Everybody in Talisha, nobody don't know.
All right, guys, I got heavy fire.
What's low?
Fire sector, go ahead. Right now, there's fire, low torches in the hallway on the 16th floor. That's 4. That's 4. Units up on the 16th floor. Back out. Seven nine. Come in with that high-rise now. Over. So you hooked up to this IME? Give me a minute, Cap. 129. 129. Provided 39. We're on your.
Now, in the other video, we heard the guy say that the elevators were out. But these apartment complexes should have had emergency stairways, exits. And they're lucky this didn't happen on the lower floors, because then all these people might have been trapped. And then it's a matter of getting to them before the fire reaches the upper levels. So actually, kind of, this was good. It happened. It's horrible it happened, but happening at the top of the building might have saved a lot of other people's lives. And there's still power running to the building and utilities running to the building as this fire is going on, because you got apartments underneath it with lights on. So maybe they can shut maybe they're sectioned out, right, on the grid pad, the power pad, and they might be able to shut that whole top floor off and keep some people in there, maybe, depending on the water damage. They're going to start pumping water into this, and that water needs to go somewhere. Where does it go? It runs down. Unless the floors were concrete, but still, it's going to be a lot of water running down into these lower apartments.
150. Command. 5 to 10. Where are you, Captain? Sorry, that's the radio. 516. 510. Answer. Command to ladder 5110. Ladder 51, do you know where your can is? Negative. Ladder 37 to the tire 15. Squad 270. 38 Football, you hook up to the building. Mayday. We are looking for 5-1 can. Mayday. We are looking for 5-1 can. Just 38 Football, you hook up to the building. Hey, bro, hook it up right now. Oh, man, that's the radio. His radio is not working. Go to the building.
All right, guys, looks like there's fire on the 16th and 17th floor.
141, you're on that mayday. I'm putting you on 16. We're looking for 51 cat.
As you can see, something exploded here. There's debris all over the place.
Come into a fast talk. So we'll look for 15 cans. 15 can members. 51 can members. Go to the last location of the 1 can. 0057. Command the 5-1. Where we looking for it? Where we do can be? 5-1.
And that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know if President Trump knows this or not, but he's been talking about natural gas, solar is no good, windmills are no good. But let me tell you something, if you don't have proper insulation of natural gas pipes, that ain't going to leak. And then you have to replace them pipes as time goes by, because the earth is constantly moving, and that breaks pipes, puts fractures in them. It might not break them, but it cracks it just enough to leak. And then natural gas builds up underneath ground. And the next thing you know, you might walk by and, oh, it smells like natural gas or something. Maybe, you pay no attention to it. And the next thing you know, kaboom, and the whole thing goes up. So natural gas is very dangerous if not properly installed right or maintained. Very dangerous.
All right, let's talk expedience versus tonal. Which is better? So if you're thinking about building a home gym,
The system supplied. You guys should have water up there in a second. Just stand by. We're working on it. 3A control to 3A. I got pressure at the standby valve down. You guys should be good. All right, there we go. Fire sector. You got water in that first line from 38 engine. It's coming up right now. All right, a couple of spots. Quick shelter. Fire number 154. 154, we have an apartment fire. 5-1 short for the battalion. 15 Alpha. You have fire in your line up there as well. Good ball. Three in control to 3-8. Is that okay? Brian Ross, where are you? 15 Alpha. Rescue Battalion in command. Join the Rescue Battalion. We're going to start with that firearm 15A to stop this check. Thank you. You guys have a line on 15. Start cheek the Rescue Battalion. Start cheek the Rescue Battalion. Go for rescue. Start cheek the Rescue Battalion.
Fourth alarm transmitted.
Hey, Jimmy, we don't have 51 shares. The Mayday is still active. We're looking for them up 116. 51 to go to the Mayday situation for. I said progress. 61 up there now. You got the fast stop and you got the Mayday. Acknowledge. After we got that, command, go. 51 team is on 15. He's okay.
Mayday clear.
On the 16th floor approving. 49 back,
Just horrible. What a mess. You can hear the radio chatter. What a mess. Wow. You know, that's why I would never live in an apartment complex like that, you know, where there's many apartments. If this would have happened on the bottom floor, many people probably would have passed because they wouldn't have been able to get out. So, you know, I know it's horrible to say, but they're lucky this happened on the top floor because there would be no way out. Well, yo, what's up, Apophonium? So very bad, but you know what? You got to stop letting people know, gas is the only way, natural, coal, gas, because it's very dangerous. If it's not maintained underground, the pipes, it's very dangerous. Even inside the apartment complex or house or wherever is gas going into that area, it's very dangerous. You know, I think we just had a big explosion, not even a year ago down in Texas or whatever. Left a crater in the ground. You know, they finally figured it was a gas leak. Yeah. Very dangerous.
That 5-1 scan is on the roof, correct? Good, 5-1. Is it can accounted for? It's 5-1 can accounted for. Full iron. I have 5-1 can with me in apartment 15 Adam. We're going to hit the fire on 15 right now. Brian Ross, where are you? It's 5-1 can. Is he injured? Go ahead, 5 seconds.
Epiphonium says he had a propane fire in his house a few years ago when a tree knocked a wire down and it touched the propane tank. Luckily, it was quickly, or luckily he saw it quickly and called 911. So there was very little damage firefighting it. That propane can be dangerous too. Propane is a real low laying gas. It's real heavy. So it sticks to the ground real low. And during the summertime people look at it and say, oh well, it's just the heat from the ground coming up. And it's making that it appear like it's a moving or whatever, or like a haze or something, but actually it's gas. These things are very dangerous, and I don't know if the government cares or not, but propane and natural gas is very dangerous if not properly maintained. A lot of gas pipes leading to these houses and apartment complexes are underground and they're compromised. Over time, the ground, the earth is constantly moving, corrosion, numerous things. And eventually, over time, it goes boom.
Command to all chiefs to go to command channel. Have you ready to switch over to command, 8042. I need a CFO on the 15th floor. Remember, difficulty breathing. Houston 5-0, we got that. Redirect on the 15th floor. CFO, remember. 10-4. Battalion 1-6 to command. Command. I'm on the 15th floor. I got 52 engines. Stretcher to 15 Adam. All right, 10-4. You said you have fire on 15. Yeah, 15 Adam. We're stretching into the involvement now. I'm using 62 and 38 trucks. All on the way. Rescue medics are on their way up. Where's the member with the chest thing? 15-4 in front of 15D. All right, 10-4. They're hooking it up, but they're on their way up. Command to 52. With the high right. Switch on the roof. Elevator shaft. You got 2 wood on the 16th floor. All right, 10-4. Police that we're sending the safety battalion up now to protect that door. Six one roof. Where are you? Let's go for a 15.
All right, Epiphonium says support your local fire departments. We do, but we need to start building completely differently. We need a total different system. I've been checking out some other countries, and their systems are incredible. They no longer have to wait for fire department to show up. Within seconds, the fire is being fought with no fire department on site. So it's the way we build uh, that we need to change, and you have to maintain these buildings. If you don't maintain the buildings properly, you're going to have problems. Ooh, a cardinal just flew past my window here. So, although Epiphonium is right, support your local fire department, but we need to start thinking for ourselves as citizens and the structures, the way we're built, and even when we're putting in new subdivisions, we need to start creating these subdivisions with firefighting techniques before even fire department shows up there. Debbie said 19 people died. Is that the report you're getting, Deb? 19 people? They went from 4 to 19? Wow.
Alright. 5-1 to command. We came off the fire floor and I have all my members accounted for. Take on the floor. On a 3-7 to the fire sector, 16-4.
The window frame.
5-1. You guys are released. Supposed to make your way down. That's up for one of Send it to one of the members of the engine.
Looks like that window is getting ready to go, hanging outside there.
3-8 to back up. Squad 2-4 to command. Go ahead, Squad 6-4. Chief, can you have an engine or any unit start bringing cylinders upstage? Come on 14, please. Stairwell, Alpha. Start right up on the first line that's going into a 16-4. Lighten up on the first line. That's 3-7 officers. You have an emergency. Command to engine 3-8. You have an emergency. Copy to 1-9. Command to ladder 5-1. Are you at engine 3-8? 3-8 to 3-8. Back up. I'm not even stairwell on the 15th floor. Lighten up on that first line.
Yes, Debbie, you have to look to see if you get the right. I was looking it up too, and there was another explosion out there with an apartment or a building or something, but that was like 4 years ago. So I think you have to look for the date of January 2026. And you might see something. And that's what I had to do this morning. I found this. But it kept bringing me to a Bronxx explosion to another building that happened 4 years ago. So I don't know if this is legit, but they're claiming this happened last night. And I know I seen the only one that went live was Icamel on it. And usually he's pretty good at covering this stuff. So I looked it up and there was only one video out that was released. I looked for the closest time of the release, and I did see that one fire out there, the Bronxx, in an apartment building or a building, but that was like from 4 years ago, and the only one I seen was the one I showed last night, but it's not the same as the one that happened 4 years ago.
Command to engine 3-8. Are you accounted for? 3-8 to 3-8 back up. Where are you? letter 38. Are you on 16? Okay. Command to Battalion 19. We need 38 engines backup. Can you account for 38 engines backup? It's on the 14th floor, counter force. 10-4. Man, I need a line to apartment 16, John. 16, John, that's where he is? I'm just changing my mask. I'm going back up to 16. I'm on 15. All right, 10-4. Drive on. Give me the tool. Where are you? Darren, where are you guys? Trying to come back. Command. 2-4. One time. I'm 16. 5. 2-4, 10-4. Fire sector to command. Giant fire sector. Hey, Billy, are all members accounted for? All members are accounted for in that, yes. All right, 10-4. Go to 14. 14. Command to
I'm not really a cupcake, but I am super baked thanks to Mood Cannabis.
Mood is third-party tested, so you know.
Command to Battalion 19. 9, go. Brian, who do you have on 16 and who do you have on 17? I got 37, rescue 3, and 63 engines on 16, and 19 trucks, and 49 the fast truck on the floor below on 15. What's the fire check guy? You're making out that second line for 17. Command to the 19, switch over to the command channel. You're breaking up down here.
Oh no, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh my fucking god. Oh fucking Jesus. Oh no. Oh. Oh fucking Jesus.
Safety battalion to command. Safety battalion.
The guy's getting ready to jump out the window. He's got a kid, I think, in his arm, all the way at the top level there. So, yeah, why ain't there any fire exits on the outside of the building for these people to climb down and get out? I don't know. Like I said, it's all on how you build. You know, when you build a house and you live on the shores, down south or whatever, of the ocean or whatever, you best build for hurricanes and high winds and floods. If not, you're wasting your money. All right, Debbie sent me something. It said 1 killed, 14 injured. Okay, that's more like it. But Debbie, it won't let me show that. It wants me to open up some account to see it and give my address and all that stuff. This is from the New York Times. Hold on a minute. One dead and 14 injured. Hold on, I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff. All right. New York Times, yeah, I've seen that. 1 dead and 14 injured.
down here. Carlos and Brian. Come to 16. Carlos and Brian. Come to 16. Coming up. Rescue the command. Roger, Rich, where are you? Roger, Thompson, where are you? Come on, 16. Rescue the command. There's a door on 160 blown in. We got the safety battalion up there policing it. Battalion 160 command, 54. Infantry. The battalion 19.
This is a gas-fed fire.
Mission 47, gentlemen. Carlos and Brian, get to 16 and get on the line.
That's what it looks like. It's gas-fed. Something's fueling it. It's blowing out the side of the building out of a gas pipe or something. So why don't they shut the gas off to the building? I have no idea. That probably would have stopped it automatically, and then the only thing that they would have had to put out was the structure. I don't know. I have no idea. But if you look, there ain't no fire escapes on that building. And that's crazy. Yeah, why didn't they shut down the power or the gas to that whole block or whatever? No, I don't know. But I can tell you what, little by little, we're seeing that human error, and we are not perfect. Well, the only one that was perfect was Jesus, and he's in heaven. And nothing is 100% guaranteed. Humans make mistakes. It's in our genes. Now, could this have been prevented? I would say probably. I feel bad for this guy. He's holding the kid, and he's going to jump out the top window there with the sheet hanging down. Or maybe he thinks he's going to climb down the sheet to the next apartment, but that ain't, the windows are closed. It looks like maybe the windows are blown out, but where are the fire exits inside the building? Stairs that go all the way down to the first floor. You telling me this building don't have fire exits and stairs leading from the top all the way down? I don't know. It's just yeah. Epiphonium says it's a death trap. Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if not maintained properly. Yeah, and this very well could have been an electric heater. No matter what, everything is dangerous, folks. We know it's a gas leak that caused this, but it very well could have been the opposite, and an electric heater melted down and started a fire, but it probably wouldn't have been as bad as what we're seeing with this gas leak because they're putting water on it and the flames are still blowing out the side of the building. Evidence of something is leaking and continues to, until they get that main thing shut off, it's going to pump out gas and continue to fuel any spark or fire.
Rescue the car. Andrew, how are you on 17 seconds? Fire sector command. Command. Hey, Billy, the 1-6 is going to go to the fire floor. I'm going to stay on the 15th floor for a minute. That's it. You have a basement entrance on the fourth side rear. Basement entrance, fourth side rear. Bronxx. Just got 10-5, your message, you step on.
That window. The video I showed last night showed this window falling to the ground. So this is a totally different video. But they are going to probably end up catching it. It's probably someone else filming it, but they're probably going to catch this window that falls out. Yeah, and all this stuff might catch on, like Epiphonium was saying in chat. Oh, I got it on top chat. I should have had it on live chat. My God. All right, I just switched it over. But now the bottom floors could be burning and stuff's falling out. Yeah, it's just horrible. I'm looking to see if there's any fire escapes. I'm not seeing nothing on the outside of the building. Oh, there goes that window.
38 to fire sector. I remember coming down to DCMX. Engine 5 out of fire sector. Command to the 1 line. You have a line on the 16th floor, okay? A hose line. Drive off. Left is on the line.
It should be protocol when they roll up on a fire. First thing they should do is shut the gas off to the whole block if they have to. If that's a known gas building, you know. Wow.
To the rescue side. And Tommy! There you go, Steve. We're making progress on 16, but it's fire multiple times. Why don't you pull the line back out to the hallway, please? You still got heavy fire out the rear. There's 4. Command to the rescue side. To the hallway. 16 Alpha. Okay, we got 17 stories building. Drive off. Stairs to down the road. We'll give it a shot. That's what. Come on, Cap, where you at? I'm on 14, we're all on 14. Come down to 14. Bob, bring the line back out to the hallway. We got multiple balls to be passed.
Oh, there goes the window.
Hands up to Tank to command. Command! Natural gas to the building should be shut.
All right, did that fire department guy on the radio just say natural gas? It's a natural gas building. It should be shut off. Well, if they already shut it off, then what are we seeing? A fire like that so blowing, being fed. The main's busted. They can't get to the main. They can shut it off to that apartment or whatever, or that floor or whatever, but probably the main pipe that's feeding all of them is busted.
Bronxx, can I push out?
Epiphonium says when he had his problem, they shut mine off. I didn't think about it. Too busy panicking to think of it. Yeah. Yeah, shut the main off. Go out to the tank if that ever happens again. And something happens inside the house, run out to your tank and turn that knob. And it'll close the right from. Do you have a propane tank, epiponium outside of the house that feeds into the house? If you do, you run outside and hit that. Turn that valve. There should be a lid on top of the propane tank. It flips up. There's a valve right there, like a water spigot valve. Turn that sucker real quick and shut it all the way off. And that'll stop feeding the fire into the house.
Oh my God, please.
Rescue battalion, command. Go ahead, Jimmy. When you get us to the circuit board, we need to know how many lines we have up there and who's operating them. Command. Everyone get over to the top seat. Follow us over and watch the performance.
Window World is America's largest exterior remodel.
Command to the 1-9. Command to the rescue battalion. Outside the building until they get an assignment.
That fire is still pumping out. So I would think that probably the main was busted. All right. Debbie Fox says it's 28 now. Temps are dropping with an ice storm warning. Yeah, we didn't get nothing, Debbie, as you can see outside. It was cold, but we didn't get any snow. No, nothing major or anything like that. Now down south, they're saying there's a foot of snow, but I don't think so. I think last night the whole thing shifted down farther south, and I'm not sure if we got what they were claiming. It looked like it was starting to break up when I went to bed last night. So, although good to be prepared, because if it was as bad as what they were saying it was going to be, no, but I don't think it just. I think the cold front came down more from Canada and pushed like it down south or something. Debbie says, "Oh, it's coming." Yeah, imagine. I don't think we're going to get anything up north here, though. It shifted upwards. We'll have to see. Maybe we will get something.
Delay net on 14 cylinders. 4th alarm box, 4399. Officers are to report into the command post in the lobby. Members are to remain outside the building. Command to the rescue battalion. 164, Kevin White, how you doing, Whitey? John Hook, 56, you there? Command to shoot. Your alliance has been DA'd again. Command to 288. Alliance has been DA'd. Mike Mack, come down here. Back to Matters on 15. You have the command. Carlos. Stay on the roll. Braun, who was the mayday, Braun? 5-6, ladder 5-6. Who left the cylinder, Lucas?
All right, guys, they're hitting it now. Still blue flames going on the top floor, left window up there.
Rescue battalion. Yeah, Billy, we're making progress on our side of the case. I'm going to come down and change my model. Hopefully the model will put all right, can you relieve my guys in that line? Rescue 4 is working with the other line now. I want to get them down to the floor below and start getting ready again. Yeah, 10-4. We got 6, 7, 8, Rescue 4 moving up on the line right now. All right, 10-4. Hey, I'm on my way down. Going to finish it up. He's coming down with me. Okay, we're all heads down. About a 37 in command. If you have the spare cylinder, bring them up to 14. We're going to meet on 1-5, Brian, 1-5. All right, we're on 1-5.
Debbie, put in my memo to remind me to put a couple holes in them wrestlers. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a new sheriff in town, you idiots. We don't get into the shit you're doing. All right, let's go ahead and fluffy snow. Epiphonium. No sprinkler systems in that building. And the power is still on too. Yeah. Well, they haven't even shut the gas line off yet. They must have that building zoned with a power grid because the power's still on, which is good for the other tenants. But you're going to have water coming down now, right? They're pumping all this water in. That water's got to go somewhere. And now it's leaking through the ceilings, depending on how the building was built. If it had concrete floors or it had wood floors or whatever. But that water's got to go somewhere. And now it's going to go down and possibly create another fire once that water comes in with power line or power feeding it. It's going to, and then you got more fires going. Oh, yeah, I mentioned there was people inside the apartment still watching TV and watching electric going, oh, don't worry about it. They'll get to it. Some of them said they didn't even know what was going on. They didn't even know police were there or fire department was there. They had no idea. Dang it, this game. What game is this? Popping.
Hey, Chris Moore, where are you?
They're hitting it on 15, looks like.
Battalion 1-6. The Battalion 1-6 Alpha. Command.
Yeah, we know what you would be watching, Debbie. Debbie said people are still watching Stranger Things. Probably. You got people, get out of the building. Are you kidding me? This is the last episode of Stranger Things. I'm not going nowhere. And they're sitting and they're watching their TVs. Yeah.
Commander 1-6, go. I-8 is accounted for. I have him on 16. Wrong good. Therefore, 168 is accounted for.
I mean, what does that tell you about our society? Ma'am, you got to go. This building's about ready to fall. I'm not leaving nowhere. Are you kidding me? Vaughn is about to go ahead. This is the last episode. I think you fire boys better sit down and have a cup of tea and watch this with me because we're not leaving until this last episode is over. America has become or it's the wrestling, right? Are you kidding me? It's SmackDown night. I'm not going nowhere, you idiots. You know, that's what a society has become, where you got a 5 alarm fire, gas leak, and water coming down your walls, and you're sitting in there watching the. It's Saturday night SmackDown. I'm not going nowhere. Vince Mann's gonna pull a rabbit out of his ass again. This is gonna be incredible. And here the firemen are trying to do their jobs. And these people ain't going nowhere because it's the last episode of Stranger Things. Yeah, no, that's Stranger Things.
Command to the 1-6. You said 62 engine has a line on the 16th floor deck.
Yes, F1. We're knocking down fire in 16 jobs. Leave the walls blown out, and we got open elevator jams. We're trying to mitigate it.
All right, 10-4, 62 being backed up by 79.
Yes, F1, that's correct. Also on 15, we had 15 Adams. Fire knocked down by 62 as well.
Not chasing Northeast Rescue Battalion. That's all. Northeast to Jimmy Grasso. 5-1 is Chauffeur. Dave, where are you?
I'm coming down right now.
Rescue 4 and Rescue Battalion. All right, everybody.
F1, that's correct.
Northeast to Rescue.
My question is what are all these things hanging off of this? They look like ropes hanging off the side of the building. You guys see them? They look like a bunch of ropes that are hanging down from the top of the building on the whole side of that building. I mean, what the heck is that their fire escape? Just grab this rope and pray to God you make it when you slide all the way down. I mean, but I don't know. Rope fire escape that. Yeah, well, are you kidding me? What are they supposed to do if they got kids? How are they going to hold on to that? You're kidding me? Oh, so it ain't fire escape. Everyone's kidding me. I don't understand how they figure. I don't know. I can tell you this much. We're way behind in technology and the way we build stuff. We just haven't put enough money into the United States, into our neighborhoods, our buildings, our road construction, our maintenance. And they want to blame the people. You know, just like them two guys were saying that they interviewed that. They want to blame the people that live there, but yet they've been working on the play. Oh my God, it's a red-headed woodpecker. In that tree right there, I have a red-headed woodpecker right there. We're looking right at him. My God, look at him. I don't know if you can see him on the side of the tree there. He is huge. Holy cow, he's up. He is huge. Look at him. He's crawling down the tree. Where'd he go? He's gone. I got that thing was huge. That thing looked like a chicken. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right, he's gone.
So, 288. 5-1 show for Dave. Where are you? I'm coming down right now. Rescue 4, Rescue Battalion. All right, everybody off the radio on that person. Start Chief to Rescue Battalion. We're off the Start Chief to Rescue Battalion. Hey, Jimmy, you got to reset the EAB, bro. We got your red down here.
All right, they have a good knock on 16. They're going to 17 now.
See about backing up the main line there. The red and no west on. We can't get over to it right now. 17. 10-4.
All right, it looks like they're getting water on it now because you can see all that white water, or white smoke, which is steam.
There's open shafts throughout the building. It sounds like the explosion blew through the roof.
Mark for one of the fire sector. Chief, where do you need relief? 5-0.
I tried a ton of AI work tools. Then I tried Monday.com. Game over. Monday.com.
Connor, it's Mike. I'm with 270. We got a good handle on the fire condition over here on the line. We're 270 with the rescue 3, I believe. Brad, you on 17? XR3, medical branch. No, 16. All right, 10-4. Yeah, we got a pretty good knock overall, 16. You still in 94? 1-4 fire sector. 4-8, John, what floor are you operating on? Bring it on line up to 17 right now. Stairwell B. 10-4 up to 17. You at 45, correct? 10-4. 10-4, thanks, John.
And it looks like they're starting to get to it, but if you notice way down, now there's a fire starting on the other side. See it right here in this building here, which there wasn't a fire a while ago, but now there is. So whatever it is dripping through the ceilings and now is catching apartments on fire that are below the fire.
Brian Blackwell, where are you? Commander, any units on the 17th floor? Who do we have on the 17th floor?
You can see they're shooting water out of the building.
1-9. You need relief for your All right, 10-4, I'll meet them down at 1-5. Joe, you coming down? 10-4, coming down. 10-4. 4-8 control, 4-8, you're left card. Show up at a 5-1. Cap, where are you? 14. All right, don't leave, we're going to drop down. Changes. Command to the 16th floor. Command to anybody on the 16th floor. Go to apartment 16-4. We have a person at the window. Command, Roger, when you get a chance, everybody at this floor, drop down to 14. We'll regroup.
All right, guys, looks like you only got fire on one
Come in.
area.
Hey,
There they go.
17, we got an apartment, at least one burning still up here. We're going to need hose lines up here to knock down these apartments. On the 16th floor, you're looking good. You're looking much better. They knocked down most of the 5 apartments, and they have it under control on the 16th floor.
No, it looks pretty good. It looks like they're getting
All right,
it.
guys, I got to go to the car real quick. I got to warm up. It's freezing out here. They got a lot of the fire knocked down. This is some kind of gas explosion.
On 17, Adrian, they need relief for a couple units up there. Can you work that out for them? He is an Edward, or 16 and a half as in Frank, but you still have another apartment going, 16.
Joey, can you bring me up that box of Krispy Kreme donuts that I forgot on the dashboard of the fire truck, and my coffee thermos. I'm gonna be here a while. Debbie's all mad, saying, just take your time, you idiots. Yeah, like no rush. But if you remember when we were listening to the Chicago fire that they had, the guys on, I was laughing my butt off at them guys, right? They were talking about chicken fingers and stuff. Anybody? Yo, Joey, did you bring them chicken fingers? These guys are great, but this is commotion, right? You got a lot of guys talking on the radio. You got a lot of chatter going on. And it's hard to keep up with everybody at first. When they first get there, they got all this radio talk going on, but it looks like they're getting it under control. They're knocking it down.
We have the line on 16. Everything's knocked out. We're bringing our line on 17 now. Right, stand by. You're right in front of me. Command, what unit is that bringing the line up to 17? Yeah, 10-4. All right, 10-4. What floor are you on? All right, 10-4. 3-8 to the 1-6 battalion. Let's take half the pressure now. I think the pressure's a little better now. Hold on.
All right, guys, I'm going to go back in a few minutes. I got to warm up, get another jacket on. All right, guys, to the front. Still got a decent smoke pushing.
Fire sector to engine 3-8. Marking 70 mountain. Hey, Darren, 17-4. Those departments you're making a push on. You got some good wind coming in the window, bro.
I'm going to go back to the back. That's one of the craziest fires I've ever seen.
All right, maybe someone can get down at 15. I'll meet you halfway.
Well, it looks like they got it pretty much knocked out.
Drop it off on 13. EDMS. 10-4. What's the problem? Alpha. The stairwell, and they were found in 16 Bravo. Rescue 1 to rescue 3 can.
All right, they're talking and they found somebody.
Okay, we're still on 15, waiting on you. Members of 17, 10% in the line. Battalion 2-6 to command. Go. Battalion 2-6 on the 17th floor. We have 2 lines stretched and operated. They're making some headway in 17 boys. Off up here. 37 trucks coming down. They're out of here. 18 trucks, we're leaving them. And we have 33 trucks still with air in reserve up here. All right, stand Engine 297, Bronxx 2.1 manifold.
All right, 1 hour, 53 minutes, and they still got removing people from the building. I'll be back. Too cold out here. Car 1, Commissioner 1084.
All right, I think that's about it for that video. We'll be back if there's any more information on it. I got a bunch of birds flying around out there today. I can't believe the size of that woodpecker that was on that tree right there. That thing was giant. It had a red head. It was huge. The size of a chicken. But there you go, folks. Epiphonium says it's warmer upstairs. It probably is warmer up on them upper levels. So there you go, folks. Once we find out more information on that, we will be bringing it back to you. But I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all the videos that were released on it. And being it was so cold last night, whew, I bet you that was just horrible. Now, I think we're going to end this video. And I will be back here shortly with a video on the Idaho 4 case, which is getting very interesting of what we're finding out years later. So I want to thank everyone for stopping in today. Debbie, all the trolls, Epiphonium, and all the rest of the people that have been watching. Anything you folks want to say before we leave? Anybody? Nothing? All right. Now, folks, stay warm. It's going to be another cold day. I think we got like 2 or 3 or 4 days. Last night was pretty cold. I think like 4 days or something. We're supposed to have cold weather. I don't know if we're going to get major snow, but I know one thing. They're definitely calling for cold temps. So dress warm. Be safe. God bless. And I'll be back with, like Debbie wants to say, they are starting to suspend services. What do you mean, Debbie? You mean, oh, out by you? The storm? Oh, all right. All right, folks. That's all she wrote. We will be back here shortly. Crippling Ice is on their way down south, by over there by Debbie. Be safe, Debbie. We will be back. Have a great day.